Greetings, everyone. This is Kim Turcott of kimturcott.com, and I am here today with the Moon Magic Energy Forecast for the new moon in Aquarius, which is happening on January 21st and 22nd, depending on where you live in the world. And this is a pivot point for us. If you remember in the full moon video that I did, the full moon in Cancer for earlier in the month, I talked about how many of us want to hit the ground running for the new year, and that full moon energy, the energy that we were in astrologically, really was calling for us to be still, to really, instead of hitting the ground running, to sit with what's in our hearts and what do we really want for our lives, to go within, to really figure out what's driving our decisions and where do we really want to go in the next year, and to get really super clear about that. Not where do we think we should go, but where do we really want to go? What are our hearts yearning for? And this new moon is it's a pivot point. The energy is really starting to pick up, and it is now time to really get super clear and set those intentions. And then from this new moon forward, especially for the period of the next 2 to 3 months, we really want to be taking actions towards those intentions. So we have a couple of things going on. So on the 13th, we had Mars, which finally went direct, which that helps to give us that drive towards our passions. It's moving forward now, so we're having a little bit more energy. On the 18th, we had Mercury go direct. So where our communication, our interactions are opening up, right? Are opening up for us. And on the 22nd, we have Uranus going direct. So we have all these planets that have been retrograde, and now they're all going direct. And now we have a period from I think it's from the 22nd of January through to mid-March, where we have no planets in retrograde. So everything in the universe is moving forward for us. And so it's really a time of heightened energy. All cylinders are firing, and we have everything that we need within us to claim the life that we truly desire. Now, here's the thing. Just because we set an intention that we want something different, it's not just going to happen for us, right? Unless you actually commit to doing something different than you've always done in the past, things will not change. So you need to have the courage. You need to tap into this universal support, this energy of forward momentum. You need to tap into your own courage. You need to be willing to finally listen to your heart and make the decisions that support the life that you want to live, not the life that you've been living. If the life you've been living is where you want to be, then keep going, full speed ahead. But I'm guessing if you're watching this, that there are probably things that you want to shift in your life. And the only way that we can have a different outcome is if we do something different than we've always done before. This new moon is the perfect time. You know, as we move into the age of Aquarius, we're looking at a new way, breaking the norms, right? That's what Aquarius, that's part of the energy of Aquarius. It's finding your heart tribe. It's about breaking down old paradigms and creating a new system or structure that supports you and what you want. And it's also about the energy of the greater good. And if you've listened to anything that I've said over time, what I truly believe is that each one of us has the responsibility to take care of our own selves and to love ourselves in a way that supports our own growth and healing. And as we do that, that energy of growth and healing and love that we experience ripples out and it affects the people around us. And then those people start to see that they have the ability to make changes too. And then they make changes and then they grow and they experience more love. And then that ripples out. And I truly believe that this is how we will change the world. This is how the world gets healed. It's not going to be some grand thing that happens that all of a sudden we are living in a world of, higher consciousness. Each one of us has to own the responsibility of living our best lives. And that takes courage. It's a simple thing, but it is not easy at all. And what I want to say is be gentle with yourself, because however old you are, that's how many years it's taken you to build the habits that you currently have. Okay. And a lot of those habits, I've talked about it before, those aren't necessarily even your own choices. A lot of us, myself included, have made choices because we thought that's what we were supposed to do. And after you do that for a period of time, it just becomes your natural state. And in some way, you believe it's yours, but it's not really yours. And so this new moon is really challenging us to go as deep as we can within our hearts and to decide what it is we truly desire. And now is the time to do something different than you've always done. And you will get a different result. And the thing is that when you have the courage to make a different choice and to take a different action and to do the thing that scares the shit out of you in order to bring you one step closer to that life that you truly desire, the universe steps up to meet you. I think Joseph Campbell had a quote. I think it's something like, take one step towards the gods and the gods will take 10 steps towards you. And I can tell you that I have found that to be absolutely 100% true. Whenever I have been willing to step through my fear and do it anyway, on the other side of that, I have been met with synchronicities and opportunities that honestly, I don't even know how to explain it sometimes. I'll be journaling and I'm in absolute awe of how supported I truly am. But what happens is we've been taught that fear is the king, okay? And we often let fear rule our lives. And all fear does is keep us stuck and keep us small. Now, I'm not saying that we go out and we be irresponsible and we do these crazy things that are going to put our lives in jeopardy, right? But most of the time, the things we really want to do are scary to us because change is uncomfortable. Like, even if we're not happy in a situation we're in, it feels safe to us in some way. And I know that seems weird, but if you sit with it, it's really true. Change is hard because it requires us to trust that if we do something different, we are going to have a different outcome. And I think many of us aren't sure that that's true until we do it. And I am here to tell you that the last several years, I have been committed to taking those steps forward, even in the face of fear. And every single time I am met on the other side with just the most amazing response to that step forward. New opportunities show up. Life is easier. And my connection to spirit has grown. The trust that I have in that connection has grown. And so it's easier now for me to step through that fear because I have the experience of stepping through the fear and having a positive outcome. And I want that for you. And that's the energy of this new moon. The other thing that's happening is this new moon is a super moon. So it means the moon is closer to the earth. Now, during the new moon, you can't see the moon in the sky, but that doesn't mean that the energies of the moon being closer to the earth aren't affecting us. Okay. And the moon is also in the 1st degree of Aquarius. So we have all these alignments of new beginnings happening. We have all these planets going direct around within a few days of the new moon. We have the new moon as a super moon. We have it at the 1st degree. We have it's all about new energy and new beginnings. And it is time now to hit the ground running. So for this new moon, I want you to take some time once again to just be still, go within your heart, make the decision to do something different this year, for real. You know, I know we all make those New Year's resolutions and then they fall by the wayside within a few weeks, but I can promise you that if you commit to consistently just showing up and taking the next right step towards those intentions that you're setting, you will get there. You will get there. And the energy around us is absolutely supporting that. So you have a choice at this pivot point. Are you going to continue forward in the same energy and the same life and the same experiences that you've been having? Or are you finally going to choose something different? Are you going to not only set the intention for what you want, but be willing to take different actions, to do things differently, to make different decisions than you always have, so that you can have a different outcome? And therefore, you can shift your life in the way that you are being called to shift it with these new intentions. Change doesn't happen automatically. You have to initiate the change. You have to take the actions. When you do, you will be supported, but only you can do that. So you have a choice. I really hope that you will have the courage to not only set those intentions, but to take new actions, different actions, make different choices, and therefore have the best year of your life. Many, many blessings on your path. I thank you for being here. And as always, if you have found any nuggets of wisdom in this reading, just go ahead and please click the like button and the subscribe button. It does help this video get out to more people and to more people who actually need to see it. So I believe that we are all a web and we are all connected and nothing happens by accident. So the more you show your support, the more this expands and the more people that are able to see it. I truly appreciate you, and I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful new moon intention setting and shift. Blessed be.